this is my cursor tutorial. I'm making a custom cursor, as you can see now. Whoa, it's crazy cool. Wow. And it can do some cool clicky stuff. That's insane. Anyway, so I've gone and made my basic structure, and yeah, it's looking cool, right? I did this really quick, but it's still cool. So if we go to my HTML, you will see that I have a body section and I have a header section, and I have a section. So in that section, I just put it there so that you can see what it looks like when you scroll and the mouse moves along. There's nothing funny happening, and I can show you how it looks with horizontal scrolling too. Okay, so if we go into our CSS here, here's all my basics. Here's my header container and all the contents. I just downloaded a font and put it in here to make it extra cool. And this is my other section. So yeah, let's get into it. This is just later when I do the horizontal scrolling. And I just put a section for cursor in my main JavaScript, which I've linked up over here. Okay, let's go into our cursor section and start the cursor. What I'm going to do first is make sure I spelled cursor correctly. I did. Right, dot cursor. That is in caps locks. Cursor. That is not how you spell cursor. Okay. And we'll say transform, translate. Transform, translate. Minus 50%. Minus 50%. So that's nice and in the middle. Oh, and we have to say position fixed so that the mouse actually stays with the cursor stays with the mouse. Yeah. So in your body, you can see I say cursor none. This is because when you go to your website, you can still see a kind of like the default arrow, and because we're making our own cursor, we don't want that arrow to be seen. Right, now we can make the height. Here I put 2 rem. I think this might be still a little big. You can make it smaller if you want. But for tab purposes, I'm just going to make it nice and big so you can see how it works and what it's doing. And we'll make the border 2 rem. So I'm filling in the shape. I don't want to have a circle that just has a circumference line, right? Solid, and we'll make it this color. Yeah. Control copy. Scroll the cursor. There we go. Control V. Yeah. Nice. Okay, border radius. So now we're making the cursor nice and round. Yeah, 50%. So there are no corners. Please. And what we definitely gotta do is set the Z index way on top, because you always need to see that cursor. Right. So we can set this as high as we want. Probably not that high, but you know. I've noticed that your cursor doesn't click properly unless you have pointer events none. So that solves that problem. And we'll set the mix blend mode to difference. You can obviously set it to whatever you want. I like difference the most. I think it stands out on background colors a lot better. I just put in the mix blend mode because if you have a website with lots of colors and you want the mouse to stand out against those colors, then this is the best way to do it. Otherwise, you don't need this. You can make your cursor a solid color and it can stand out depending on your website. So yeah, I can show you how it looks at this very moment in time. The screen recorder only records one screen at a time, or one window at a time. I found that out the hard way and recorded my HTML screen while recording this tab. So I have to redo everything. Yay! That's why it's working fine now. I've noticed you won't be able to see anything without doing the JavaScript first. So to make your mouse, your cursor follow your mouse, you need to program it so that the cursor is fixed to wherever your mouse moves. So what we're going to do is we're going to say constant cursor document dot query selector dot cursor. I need to fix this. Dot cursor. Okay. So document add event listener. Gotta call on that document. Add event listener. We're gonna say mouse move. Mouse move. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, now I have to have hiccups. Cursor dot set attribute style. I need to have the same thingies. Top. And we'll put that in those thingies too. Plus. Hey, hey. And we have to say put these guys in. E.page y minus scroll x. Sure. Dot page y minus scroll. Just typing in caps locks. Meh. Y. Plus. Left. Oh my god. What is with me today? Left. Yay. Me there. Okay, let me say plus E page X. Page caps locks X X X X X PX. Okay, that should work. Let's check it out. If we set transition duration to 200 milliseconds, this kind of creates like a little lag, so when you move your mouse, the circle kind of takes its time to follow the mouse. And you'll notice that it is a little jaggedy at the moment. What we can do is say transition timing function, and we set this to ease out. So now it is nice and smooth. But now we're going to add in some snazzy animations. So, dot cursor, and after. So we're gonna say we'll make a little circle thing in the middle, right? So we'll say top is minus 18 pixels. Why is it complaining about the minus? Oh, here we go. Left is also minus 18 pixels. So this is just to center it. I had to sit and figure it out, but it should be just basic maths, hopefully. So we're gonna say width. I just added content in, and now we'll add some width. We'll make this one just a little bit bigger than the previous one. And the height the same. And square. And now we're gonna make the square a circle by saying border 0.2. Yeah, that's something. Sort of outline instead. And we'll say solid and give it a reddish color. Let's see. I'll have it a little more intense than the previous one. And now, I'm gonna add position absolute. Absolute? Absolute. Okay. And we'll have the border radius at 50%. Nice and circle. And we'll set the mix blend mode to difference again. Where is it? There we go. And then we'll add an animation. We'll add animation for this one as well. Cursor, I mean animation. We'll say cursor and 0.8 seconds. And infinite, alternate. So nice and loopy. And this one will be cursor anim 2. Also 0.8 seconds. Infinite alternate. Alternate. Hopefully that's it. So if we look at it now, it should just be a circle with a circle in it. Nice. Now we can do keyframes. Fun stuff. And you can go from an initial scale and we can upscale it. Where is the squiggles? There we are. Transform scale 1. Transform scale 1. And we can say 2. Transform scale, so it's moving inward form. Scale. How do you spell scale? 0.8. I forgot what I said. Cursor and cursor. And okay, now let's add keyframes. Keyframes for cursor anim2. Sor anim2. It's gonna be basically the same. Ish. Copy. Except I'm gonna make the scale go bigger. Oh no, I'll make it go smaller. So now let's check it out. Whoa. Okay, now what we can do is add a sort of click action. So when you click, the mouse expands. So we'll say documents and call on add event listener. We'll say click. Comma, and add the little guy in this guy. Yeah. There you go. And obviously we need to add squiggly brackets. So cursor.classList, cursor point class list, point add, and we say it expands. Expand. Expand. And then we can set timeout. Oh, so back. Oh, dope. And say that this guy. Oh, right. Curly brackets. So now we say that the cursor point class list removes the expand. Expand. There we go. And we will set the duration to about 500. Hopefully that's good. We need to add qualities to the expand. What we do is we call on the expand, and we'll call that animation cursor anim 3. Anim 3, and that'll be 0.3 seconds. You can make it longer. 4 words. Yeah. And the border you can set to 2rem solid. If I make this red, I can make it red. Now we need to add keyframes. So let's add keyframes. Cursor. Need to spell cursor right. And no, 2. Yeah. And we'll say 0%. Jeez, shift. Enter. And at 0%, it'll be from initial scale. And then at 50%, we can make it bigger. Yeah. Say transform. And I made it 2.5. 2.5. And then at 100%, we'll make it initial scale again. So transform scale 1. We also need to add an opacity of 0 so that it fades out. Yeah. So let's take a look, see how that looks. It's looking a little different from my previous one. Oh, it's cursor anim 3. There we go. It's back to its normal self. There we go. So now what we can do is change the layout. So I prepared the outer wrapper and the inlet wrapper so that we can make the website horizontal. So now it should be horizontal. Here we go. And And yeah, my cursor still seems to work okay. What you should note is that if you change this to X, it works with only horizontal, I think. Yeah, and Y works with both vertical and horizontal scrolling. I think I'm kind of done. Yeah, that's a really cool cursor. Yeah, you can change it however you want. Where's my cursor? Mr. Cursor? You can change colors, you can change the border size, you can change even duration of how long you want the click to happen. Yeah, you can change. You can change it a lot, which is crazy. So cool. That's it. That's the video. Bye.